Morning, friends. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone is excited for the weekend and that you guys enjoy this weekend because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that it is supposed to be nice outside. So that is a change from all of the cold weather we have had. So I hope you guys can all get outside and enjoy some outside time. Okay, friends, we are to the end of our All About books for our informational writing unit. So today we are going to publish our writing. So good writers publish their writing. So what's going to happen is I'm going to show you an example of me publishing one page of my writing because it's the same for each page. So I'm going to show you that example. Then you guys will publish your writing and post it to Seesaw. Okay? Now this is a reminder, when you post your writing to Seesaw, not only do you have to have your 4 writing pages, you also have to have your diagram and your glossary and your cover if possible. So I know some of you are struggling with your cover and that's okay. So remember, the cover is just the front cover of your book. You have a picture of whatever you're writing about, your title, and who it's by. Okay, friends, so we're going to head on over to Miss Greathouse's writing notebook. So friends, I have my writing notebook and I'm going to go ahead and get this ready and I'm going to turn to my first blank page. There you go. And then you can see that I also have my drafting pages. I got my diagram, my glossary. So I have all of those things. So this is the page that I'm going to use as my example for you guys for drafting. So, and remember, so you know how normally Miss Greathouse writes in all these different colors, right, to show you different things? Well, today, since I am drafting, I am just going to write in one color, black, because that's pretty similar to a pencil, and I want to make sure you guys can see it. So, you can see that when we went in and we revised and edited, we made a lot of changes to this page, and that is how I decided that I wanted to show this page as an example. So we have our body, which is just the what we wrote on our page. So our body, which is all about hot dogs. And then we also have our heading. So the first thing that I'm going to have to write is my heading. So I have how to finish a hot dog. So what I need to do is come up here and write that in my neatest, nicest handwriting. So I'm going to have how to finish a hot dog. Now, if we look at this compared to this one looks much nicer. So we have our heading. Fabulous. Now we can move to the body of our writing. So remember, we have these words we've added. We had punctuation that we've added and taken away. And we fixed this because this was supposed to be capitalized, but then we had a word before it, so now it's not supposed to be capitalized. So as I'm rewriting this in my draft, I have to make sure that I fix all the mistakes that I fixed here. So we're going to start here. And let's see, our first word, we have to go to the very first word, is grilled. I'm going to write it in my neatest, nicest handwriting, and it's capitalized because it is the first word in my sentence. So I have grilled, and then what you guys can do to help yourself out is we can cross out that word so we know we're done there. So next we have hot for hot dogs, and we have to make sure that we have a lowercase h and that we have a finger space between our words. So we're going to do is our finger space. And write hot. Cross out hot. Then we have dog, so same thing. Finger space. Cross out dogs. Then we have go. Make sure we have our space. Then we have in. Cross out go. Then we have in. We don't have our space. Then we have a. Then we have, so we cross out both of those. Then we go up to our added word, which is toasted. So then we'll come down here, make sure we have our finger space, and we'll write toasted. Cross out toasted. Then we have bun, which is our bolded word. And guys, Miss Greyhouse just realized that when she was revising and editing, she made a mistake. I forgot to bold the word grilled. So we will have to do that down here in just a second. So then I have a toasted bun. And then I have the very, very important punctuation at the end of this sentence. So we'll cross out bun, and we have our period. And then we're going to cross out our period. So now I'm going to show you guys how to do your bolded words. So on this page, Miss Greyhouse has 2 bolded words, and it's just in my first sentence that I've written so far. So we have grilled and bun. So what Miss Greyhouse is going to do is I'm going to take my black marker, and remember, if you want to, you can use a different color because you guys are using pencils. And I'm going to go over them to make them bolded. So I'm going to go over grilled first, doing my very best work, because this is our published writing piece. So we have grilled, which was one of our words, which Miss Greyhouse forgot up here. Good thing I remembered. And then we have bun, which I did do up here, which is at the end of our sentence. And there, easy peasy, we have our bolded words. So then we can finish writing our last 2 sentences that I had on this page. So we're going to continue to write. So we have our period here. We'll have a little space between our period and the start of our next sentence. And then we're going to start with the word then, which is capitalized because it is a new sentence. So it's the beginning of a sentence. So we have then, cross that out, comma. So we'll cross out our comma, put our comma, you. So we'll have a space, and then we'll put our you. Cross out our U. Add. So we'll come down to our next line. Cross out add. And remember, when you come down to your next line, you don't have to leave a space, because that is leaving a space when you go down to your next line. So then you add finger space your. Cross that out. Finger space toppings. Cross that out. And then we have our teeny tiny little period that Miss Greyhouse has right there. So we'll cross that out, put that at the end of our sentence. And guys, we're already on the last sentence of this page for Miss Greyhouse's draft, or published piece. So we are down here. You can see that again, we're starting with a capital letter because it is the beginning of a new sentence. So we have finally, and we'll have a little space between our period and our next word. So we have finally. Cross that out. comma, cross out our comma, U. So we'll come down to our next line, cross out our U, finger space, eat, cross that out, finger space, the, cross that out, finger space, hot, so we have our finger space, hot, cross that out, and then we'll have finger space, dog, and then remember we did have a period originally, but Miss Greathouse changed her mind. So we're going to take out the period, so we're not going to write it, and then we're going to write our exclamation mark that we decided to add. So then we have our exclamation mark. So there we go. This would be one published page of our writing. So the only other thing I would have to do for this page, guys, is go back and do my wow picture. And we all know how to do that. So you would have your wow picture. Remember, you just have a sketch here. And we would have our wow picture here. So that means that you draw it in pencil first, then you color it, and make sure that you have details. So your writing should look very, very beautiful with your neatest, nicest handwriting. You are using capital letters at the beginning of sentences and in using proper nouns, so names of people, places, and things. You are making sure you're using finger spaces between your words. You are making sure you have punctuation at the end of each sentence. You are making sure that your words are bolded. You are making sure that you are including your heading at the top. And you are making sure that you include a wow picture, which we have talked about a lot this week during this unit, guys. So, and look at this, the draft compared to our published piece, it looks much, much nicer. So all you guys have to do today is publish your writing. So you write, you do your wow picture, make sure you have your heading and everything, and then you will upload all the parts to Seesaw. So you'll have your 4 published pages, your glossary, your diagram, and your cover page. That is all you have to do, friends, and I will see you next week for some new writing.